Good morning, friends. Good morning. Welcome to the garden. Still no arch. But the garden is growing really nicely. We've had wonderful rain this year. I need to move these Maximilian sunflowers. They're where I had them last year, and I moved the patch over there, but apparently missed a couple roots. You can see the main crop in the garden this year is black-eyed Susan. I did do a little work this week. Apple's doing nicely. Mullein in its second year, getting ready to bloom. Wee pond. We had lots of rain. It's been lovely. I had an idea this week that I need to, first of all, I've got to pull back some of this yarrow. The yarrow should be not encroaching on these flowers here. The elephant ear is coming up. Because it rained so much, I did not get to spray this tree. You can still, you can see it still has the spots, the brown spots that indicate the rust. I think I'm going to, because these are not flowers, these are herbs, I'm going to get them over here. I'm going to move them over here because I haven't gotten anything else to grow here and they keep reaching for it. So it's just like, let them go that way. This is the first year I've had to seriously fight the native 5 leaves, what's it called? Virginia creeper. It's quite vigorous and it's a lovely vine, but it will take over the world. Crazy mulberry. Garlic blooming nicely. The hazelnuts, all 3 of them are doing well. 1, 2, 3, they're really coming into their own this year. The elderberry is going to fruit. I did move some of the flowers this past week. The purple echinacea had been here and here. No, that was compost. Been here and here. And I moved it. I was able to get 4 plantings. Moved it to the center of the garden. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I also went and got, weed bucket. Dagnabbit, this stuff is absolutely everywhere. Okay, guys, come on, get out of the walkway. Oh yes, I was talking about, I also went to where we've got daylilies planted in the yard, but they get mowed over. So I went and got several daylilies. I don't know what color they are because they've never had a chance to bloom. But I know that echinacea and black-eyed Susans are prairie flowers, so they like grass. Oh, there's a bumblebee on this guy. Bumblebee. How cute is that? The glads are coming along nicely. I've got a bouquet of them in the house. That was one of the first ones to bloom right there. These guys are getting ready. I picked some of them. The glads do fall over because I guess they're not crowded enough. Some more work I did is over here. I pulled up the goldenrod that was growing around the rose bush and near the so this I got cleared out. Still have to take out a tree. I pulled up the goldenrod and I just laid it down here to kind of push the flowers back. This is where I planted the dock, the wild dock, And I did not intend for the grapevines to take over that spot. So here's another curly dock. So yeah, if you can believe it or not, I actually weeded this area earlier this week. Obviously when I weed, I don't take it down to nothing. I just pull out the plants that I don't like. I think this is a native right here, and I've been meaning to look it up, but I have not. And I need to do that before it takes over the world in case it's something that needs to come out. Compost holes, they're doing nicely. The blueberries also doing nicely. If you have any suggestions on what covers to use on blueberries to keep birds from eating the berries next year, I'd love to hear about that. Just, can you believe this? Look at this. It's just a sea of gold and black. It's just so gorgeous. I mean, really, it's dark brown. And also the goldfinches, I saw them yesterday eating the seeds of one of the dried up heads. So we're feeding birds. We're feeding the native birds. Sadly, oh, let me back up here. Sadly, I had planted cucumbers and squash around here, and none of them survived. I don't know why. They got watered. Everything else is obviously growing like mad, but none of them survived. I'm kind of heartbroken because I was so looking forward to cucumbers. Here's Inky, the pokeweed. I might harvest him tomorrow and eat him for lunch. It is late in the season for pokeweed, but I had cut him back down to nothing. Cut him back down to the ground because the first time that I harvested him, he was growing back kind of stunted, and I thought he wasn't going to be stable if I just left him that way. So you can see this is done really well. The can of bananas coming up, getting taller, recovering from the shock. And there's the service berry. The other object of concern is my watermelon is still alive, but it's not really growing. So I'm glad it's still alive. I thought it would immediately head south towards the light and come this way, but it has not. So I'm still finding these things everywhere. Die. Die, you terrible weed. Oh my gosh, look at these. Look at that. One, two, just like a dozen of them right here. All right, well, I'm glad I spotted them. So that's the state of the garden today. Come over here. Give you the scan. From the corner. We don't usually see it from this point of view. All right, be well, y'all.